What's up, YouTube? This is Carrie from Side Tripping with Carrie, and today we're in Tacoma, Washington, visiting the final resting place of Bobby Hutchins, better known to our gang or Little Rascals fans as Wheezer. So I just walked through the gates here of Trinity Lutheran Cemetery, and where we're going is Parkland Lutheran Church Cemetery, which is here in the back. It's kind of separated by a little fence you have to walk through, and I'm gonna apologize at the outset about the video bouncing around. I forgot my filming stick thing. I left it in Phoenix, so I'm just doing this one handheld. So again, my apologies. So Bobby Hutchins was born here in Tacoma in 1925. He started making movies with Hal Roach and our gang at 2 years old. He and his father and mother moved to Los Angeles at some point, and he started acting, so to speak, at 2. Started off, I think he made about 57 movies with our gang, and not a whole lot after. I think he might have done 2 or 3 films outside of Hal Roach and our gang. But he started off playing like the kid brother of Jackie Cooper, and later on he kind of came into his own. He was in one of my favorite shorts, which is called Dogs is Dogs, and he kind of co-starred, if you will, with Stymie, Dorothy, and Sherwood, and that's one of my favorites. And of course, Pete the Pup. It's really funny. It holds up. It really holds up to this day. But one of the weird things about our gang, and Wheezer in particular, is the fact that around 1931, 32, Jackie Cooper and all those guys had kind of moved out, aged on, and were out of the series, and it just kind of seemed like a natural progression for Wheezer to take that role, you know, and to become more prominent. And again, he did in Dogs is Dogs and a couple other shorts. He was kind of the main guy and did well. But after that, it's just kind of weird what happened. It just seemed like he got shunted off to the side in favor of first Breezy Brisbane, and then Dickie Moore. And after that, Spanky really became the focus of the series. So here's that little gate thing I was telling you about. There's only one entrance, which is the one that I showed here at the beginning. You have to kind of walk through this gate thing. And this part, it's actually a separate cemetery. It's called Parkland Lutheran Church Cemetery. And this is where Bobby is laid to rest. After he left the series in 1933, he came back to Tacoma with his mother. He and the mom and the father split up, and got divorced. And Bobby and his little brother Richard, who was also in one short that you guys might remember, it was called Forgotten Babies, and he was the kid that kept going, "Remarkable." And I don't know, I hated that one. That was one of my least favorite our gag shorts. But anyway, he and his mother and his brother moved back to Tacoma. Bobby went to high school locally, and then he joined the U.S. Army and became an air cadet, which, back in those days, there was no U.S. Air Force. The Air Corps was a part of the Army. And so he was in Merced, California, doing some flight training, and he was unfortunately killed in an accident. He was flying an advanced trainer called a Texan, and he was either maneuvering to take off or he had just landed, but then there was another plane that with another student pilot who came in and basically crashed on top of him. Now that pilot lived, and hopefully and luckily it looks like Bobby, lost his life fairly instantaneously, so he wasn't in a lot of pain. But what's really sad is that his mom had come down to California to witness his, to be there for his graduation. He was getting ready to graduate and become a full-time pilot. So totally devastating. I will tell you, history hunters, I don't know if you guys follow that guy and his channel. It's excellent. And he recently did a video and visited the field in Merced, California, where Bobby's accident took place. So I'll put a link to his video in the description, and so you guys can check it out. But it's very well done. So, and you could consider this kind of an unauthorized supplement to that video, if you will. So, in any event, another kind of anecdote about Bobby was that, in the times, during the times that Bobby was making those films with Our Gang and Hal Roach, it was the Great Depression. And, the country wasn't doing well at all. So, Jackie Cooper made a comment that, like the other kids would kind of pal around and stuff, but Bobby's dad wouldn't let him do that. And it was like he was trying to do everything he could to keep Bobby from maturing and like from growing, essentially, and trying to get him to be as small, to continue being a kid so he can continue making money as Wheezer. So, like I said, that probably put some pressure on Bobby, put some pressure on the marriage, and not unexpectedly they split up. So we're headed to Bobby's grave now. So here's the final resting place of Bobby Hutchins, Wheezer. And looks like it's been, fairly well visited. A couple of American flags. One of them's a little faded, but the other one looks pretty new. And there's some artificial flowers there that look new. He is buried next to his mother, Constance, or Connie Hagerson, and his stepfather, Russell. I'm not sure if Bobby were alive or was alive when his mom got remarried, but they are here, and he's also his grandparents. Bobby's grandparents are buried here close by as well. Connie's or Constance's parents. So that's gonna do it, folks. If you like the video, please give me a like. If you're so inclined, please subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next one.